Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink. Today we're going to talk about basic rock guitar training, and today an introduction to the legato technique, and that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah, stuff like that. Legato technique, well, it's basically hammer-on pull-off technique, but it's a very important technique when it comes to rock guitar because that makes your lead guitar sound really fluent. And as already mentioned, it's hammer-on pull-off technique, but also the combination with hammer-on pull-off and bending. So that we're going to figure out. So let's get started. We are still playing in the E minor pentatonics. So we are here in the 12th fret. This pentatonic pattern here. But also, we are also now using the low position with the open strings because for the legato technique, that's a bit more easier down here to start with. So it's basically the same pattern, but just with open strings. So we have 0, 3, 0, 2. So you can use here the ring finger, here the middle finger. So 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 3, and back. So we have the open string position plus the higher position. We're gonna practice on both of them. So, hammer-on pull-off technique. This, when it comes, really the really fast stuff. This is basically the legato technique, and it is founded on the hammer-on pull-off technique, which we're figuring out now. To start with the hammer-on pull-off technique, it's easier to do it with open strings, so that's why we are also choosing the lower position here. And basically, what are we doing with hammer-on? If we start with hammer-on technique, you just play the string as the open E string, and then instead of attacking the string again, you just hammer in with the finger. So it has to be quite a dynamic and quite a precise impulse on the strings in order that the tune sounds as loud as if you would have attacked it with a pick. So we have now we're just playing through the pentatonics with hammer on. So you just hammer in. Then A string, D string, G string, B string, and E string. So that is basically the technique. Now once you have this a little bit together, try to put it into a tempo. So try to play it in 8 notes. So this will be tempo. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and fluently 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So that will be the first exercise. Okay, let's do this with the backing track. So down here it's a little bit more easy, but also this is to start with, okay? Once you have it together, also try it in the up position. Now it's a bit harder because the technique of the grabbing end is a bit different. So you play the first one, you have the index finger here, and here you take the pinky. Okay, before we just using the ring and middle finger, now we're using the pinky. Same thing. basically the same thing, but now of course we have to also grab here in the 12th fret, which makes it a little bit more challenging. Okay, now with the same thing with the backing track. So that was basically the hammer-on technique, the fundamentals. Now the opposite is pull-off. Pull-off is a little bit more challenging. Why? Because with the pull, we start again in the low position. With the pull-off technique, you cannot just release the finger, you need to make a slight sideways movement. So, see? And you use that basically when you come from the upper position in the lower position. You here now pull it sideways away, that the next tone sounds as loud as the one you attacked before. And of course only that string should sound. Then you move down. So you already see the challenge. You have to place your fingers in a way that you don't make too much noise. In this case, the open string is a little bit of a challenge because with the open strings you're not able to damp. This will not be so hard up here because here we have the same technique. Here the damping comes automatically through your finger here. Here you don't have. As you can hear, it still sounds a bit. It's more challenging here to not have additional noise up here. Now we do the same thing again in 8 notes. So that's basically the hammer-on pull-off technique. Now we want to put this into licks. And now we're going up to the high position. We don't use the low position, that was only for practice purpose. Now we're going to do some licks. With hammer-on, you often use it as an opening phrase, something like, as an example here, 12, 14, 12, 14, then and maybe from him. Or, I mean, you can also do it here. But here's not so cool because you don't have any influence on this one tone, which is open string. Probably that one you would do like something like here. Wait, where do we start? We start here. Here it will be cooler. Yeah, anyway. So let's do this now. So here the goal is not only to make the hammer-on pull-off, also to make a nice vibrato, as you already practiced in this basic rock guitar training. Add a nice vibrated tone here. Okay. Now we make the opposite, we make pull-off, and now here comes the challenge. Often you use it and then go into a bending. So you always practiced the bendings plus vibrators. So you make a pull off. Now you go in the bending here as well. here we have only 2 positions. Quite cool. So that's the first way how you start using hammer-on and pull-offs with simple licks. If you feel comfortable with the whole technique, try to do it in double time. What is double time? Now we had 8 notes. You know, this was a tempo, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so we had 2 notes per beat. Now we want to do 4 notes per beat, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, that will be 3. Once you have the technique together, it's not so hard anymore, it just goes in fluently. 3. Also the opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So it's quite simple. And now we also add the final note over the phrase, so 1, 2, 3. Or the opposite. So that's already quite a challenge, but if you're able to manage this one here, you're already quite near to the quam. As you can see, it already starts to sound the way it should. So we're quite near to the qualm of guitar playing, which we want to achieve, the moment of where time stands still and your guitar shines in the river of time as endless. That's the qualm of guitar playing. Yo guys, that was a basic rock guitar training, legato playing, hammer on pull off, starting easy on the low position, going to high position, and then even try double time. Once you have the movement together, double time is not such a hard task. It's only the task of being quiet on the timing, which you're going to work on a later tutorial in detail, but just to give you some inspiration and some motivation to really get this technique done fluently. I'm going to write down those exercises and provide them as guitar profiles and also as PDFs in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy, plus this cool backing track I produce for you guys. You can download there as well. Please become a member and become a premium member to join our little guitar community there, or just subscribe to the channel here and tell the world that me and Dr. Pink are existing, and that way you help to keep the whole thing running and staying cool and rocking and blah 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 blah. Dr. Pink, you have something more to say? Dr. Pink wants an ice cream, so bye guys.